G'day, how you going? Today's the day between the crockpot, the difference between the crockpot beer and the all grain. Well, they're both all grain, but the beer from my 3-vessel system, my big system. Both look the same. Got 2 glasses the same. Alright, let's go. We'll start with the 3-vessel one, P3 it has on top. Smells like black IPA. Pour it up. Probably can't see it with my black shirt on. Pour it nicely, small head. Smells great. And we'll pour up the crockpot version. BM. Awesome. Keep them in the right order, I forget what's what. Alright, we'll have a look at them. They look exactly the same. It's weird they've even poured with the same head. I'm not sure why the head's so small on these. It's usually big out of the bigger bottles. I don't usually bottle in these small bottles. Maybe it's something to do with the carb caps I used, but they're identical. Hold them up to the light, I can see, it's identical, you can't tell the difference. It's not a difference. The aroma, this is a crockpot one. A nice aroma. This was left on the dry hops a little bit longer, because I was lazy. Probably about 4 days, 5 days longer than this one was dry hopped. But it's very similar. I think this has got a little bit less, the crockpot one, but as I said, that could have been the length of time. And it also could be to do with the calculating hops for dry hopping in a smaller batch. But they're very similar. This has just got a touch, a tiny bit more. Alright, taste. Tastes good. This is a crockpot one again. Probably still a bit cold. I should let them warm up a little. Tastes great. Tastes like my usual black IPA, but I'll match it up against the 3-vessel one. It's got a tiny bit of different mouthfeel. Tastes. They're identical. They're virtually identical, except this has got a slightly different mouthfeel. It could have been something to do. Well, it would have been something to do with the slight differences in mash temps. I tried to do them at the same. But you know, between the crockpot and my 3-vessel system, which I know really well, my 3-vessel system, the crockpot was the first time I'd used it for one. And for those that don't know, if you mash a little bit higher, it only takes a degree or 2 degrees, and you start getting a difference in mouthfeel. So it's just a little bit thicker, a little bit denser. But besides that, they're bloody good beers. And I can't tell the difference. I'll try and bring them up closer. They look identical. They are different beers, unless I labelled them wrong. The BM was the one I did in the crockpot, and the P was a 3-vessel. But there you go. Crock pot beer. It doesn't taste any different. A slight difference in mouthfeel, which is nothing. It's funny, I gave one of these to me mate the other day, and there's a slight difference I made with these recipes than my usual black metal. And I shouldn't play with it because my black metal's awesome, but I put Amarillo in the dry hop, which I don't usually do. I think it was about another 20 grams of Amarillo in with a Centennial dry hop. And he said, oh, it tastes like aniseed. And I had a taste, and he's sort of right. And they both do. And that's the Amarillo. Not that Amarillo, I don't think, tastes like aniseed by itself. But for some reason in this, it might be with the malt and, you know, the whole mixture of things. But it does have a slight aniseed taste. And I'm not a huge fan of aniseed, and I hadn't even thought of it till he said it. And once he said it, I went, you're right, you know, there is a slight touch of aniseed there. But besides that, if anyone asked me to tell the difference, and I didn't do this test first, I wouldn't have been able to pick which one was which. They're exactly the same. These aren't my usual beer drinking glasses. These are visitor glasses. It's very possible they were washed in the washing machine. Oh, there you go, there's a bit of head. In a dishwasher instead of washed properly. Maybe I poured them too nice. There goes my phone again. Alright, cheers. Anyway, so there you go. Crockpot beer is just as good as my 3-vessel beer. Is that saying something good or something bad? No, it's just it's easy. You can do all grain in your kitchen at any time. I'm doing one now. I'll put the video up soon. An oyster stout, small batch. I'm not using the crock pot this time, just because I decided to use the stove again. But for no apparent reason, except I was too lazy to get the crock pot out. Alright, cheers. Take it easy and brew hard. Oh, hang on, here comes the daughter. Come here. Look at the camera. Say cheers.
Cheers.